President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held an extensive meeting followed by a wide-ranging press briefing that touched on Gaza, Hamas, Iran, Syria, Saudi Arabia, and the future of Middle East peace. The meeting comes at a critical moment, with continued tensions in Gaza, fears that Iran may be attempting to rebuild its military capabilities, and renewed efforts to expand the Abraham Accords. Both leaders repeatedly emphasized unity, strength, and what they described as a shared vision for regional stability. President Trump described the talks as productive, saying there was very little difference between the United States and Israel on key issues.
Maybe he's up to $4.1 billion to do a renovation of a few very small buildings. It's the highest price in the history of construction. He's spending more money than any building has ever.
Prime Minister Netanyahu went further, praising Trump as Israel's closest ally ever in the White House. He dismissed the idea that distance between Washington and Jerusalem creates leverage in the
America can advance its interest in the Middle East if it opens a lot of daylight between it and Israel. And President Trump has done the exact opposite. He's achieved remarkable things in the Middle East because we work together. We talk about our ideas. Sometimes we have different ideas, but we work it out. And most of the time we see eye to eye. But it's been a remarkable experience, and this was a very, very productive meeting. And may I say, a very good lunch. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you very much, baby.
And thank you for your support. It's meant from the heart.
Thank you. You know, as I said outside, he's been a wartime prime minister, and we were, well, I guess I could say I was a wartime president.
Middle East, arguing instead that close cooperation has delivered concrete results. According to Netanyahu, the partnership between the two leaders has enabled unprecedented progress, even when disagreements arose. One of the most significant announcements came when Netanyahu revealed that Israel will award President Trump the Israel Prize, the country's highest civilian honor. The decision marks the first time in nearly 80 years that the award will be given to a non-Israeli. Netanyahu said the honor reflects widespread appreciation among Israelis for Trump's support of Israel and his role in advancing shared security goals. On Gaza, President Trump issued a firm warning to Hamas, confirming that the group has been given a short period to disarm under the terms of an agreement. He said U.S. representatives will oversee the process and made clear that failure to comply would carry severe consequences. Trump stressed that Israel has already fulfilled its obligations and insisted that responsibility now rests with Hamas and its backers. Iran was another major focus of the briefing. Trump claimed intelligence reports suggest Iran may be attempting to rebuild military capabilities at new locations, despite previous strikes that he said had destroyed key sites. He warned that if such actions are confirmed, the United States would respond swiftly and forcefully. At the same time, he said Washington remains open to negotiations, noting that Iran previously declined opportunities for a deal. The leaders also addressed broader regional dynamics, including Syria, Turkey, and the West Bank. Trump expressed confidence that tensions involving Turkey would not escalate and said discussions on the West Bank are ongoing, even if full agreement has not yet been reached. Netanyahu emphasized Israel's interest in secure borders, particularly along Syria, and the protection of minorities across the region. Looking ahead, Trump said the Abraham Accords will continue to expand, with more countries expected to join. He described Saudi Arabia as a key player, saying normalization with Israel remains likely in the future. The overall message from the meeting was one of alignment and resolve, as both leaders signaled that the next phase of Middle East diplomacy will be shaped by strong alliances, firm conditions, and continued pressure on shared adversaries.